Ready? You ready? Is you ready? Oh my! Oh, I just blew my ears out. Oh, that hurt. Wow, that hurt. I went. Is you ready? It just like exploded in my ear. Oh my god. What the, bro? What did Reagan do? There we go. All right, that's better. Ready? I'm going live. Oh, before I do that though, I gotta fucking make sure it's set right. As the Griff Sled Hockey Classic Tournament rolls on, both the Michigan Sled Dogs and the Grand Rapids Sled Wings are looking to stay alive in their tournament hopes to win this year's edition. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to this Heartland 1 Division quarterfinal between the Grand Rapids Sled Wings and these Michigan Sled Dogs. I'm Devin Serra, covering all the action for you here today with Liam Lange on the sticks for the 1-2s. We've got all of your action, 14 minutes on the clock for this quarterfinal game. The winner of this matchup will go on to take on the Great Lakes Falcons for the conference semifinal, and that will happen later on tonight and into tomorrow. But first, we've got to settle this score between the two Michigan teams of this tournament, and we will find out just here shortly. We're getting ready for puck drop, and we are underway here for this quarterfinal. Here's Michigan quickly off the draw. They'll enter the attacking zone there. Moving up with it is number 11 for the Sled Dogs. He'll move it through. Not officially listed on the roster, but it'll drop to Rico Vitale. Rico Vitale has 5 goals in his last 2 games and has been absolutely on fire for the Sled Dogs. He holds it in the corner. Takes it there into the slot area, and he couldn't get a one-timer feed in front. This one's corralled in front there. Now Jake Jones, he'll skate with it gingerly. Knocked off the puck there by the defender, Scott Stever, and he'll clear this one out to the high slot area. This one goes now to Susie Clutting, and she'll try to send this out to the slot. Had to stop, though, prematurely, however. Here come the Sled Dogs again. Quickly up the way in the first minute already gone in this one. They are on quickly off the jump on the attack. Here's a one-timer feed in front intended there for Damon Donovan, and he couldn't bang it home for the finish. Now back up top to the low slot area to the right circle, a shot, and that one right off the iron. That one was taken there by number 11, Kyle Plone. The Sled Dogs taking it to the Griffs, to the Sled Wings right now. Grand Rapids, the Griffins affiliate in the sled hockey division. Now running it to the boards there was Kyle Plone trying to corral that puck. He gets cut off there by a defender, Mark Henretta, and this one comes back to the near side corner now. It's fought for in there with number 22 over there. That is Tyler Anderson for the Sled Wings. Now coming back to retrieve it was John Hill at the circle. Sends it on net. It's turned aside easily there by the goaltender for the Sled Wings. Vander Mullen-Taggart has been phenomenal so far in this tournament, but sled hockey, known for its goal-scoring capabilities, making a tough do here as the Sled Dogs are pressuring. Still even in this one, 2 minutes gone, 12:04 left in this first period of play here. The Sled Dogs pressuring once again to the slot. Shoots, scores! Getting that one on net there. The Sled Dogs take a 1-0 lead in that one. That was number 10 over there. Number 18, excuse me, unofficially listed on my roster. But if I had to assume, that would be Jake Jones. But nonetheless, the Sled Dogs take a 1-0 lead in this one. And just 11:57, you saw that one coming. They were pressuring the goaltender, Taggart, very much in that first 2.5 minutes. And really, it was just a matter of time until he squeaked one by. So off the jump, it's Michigan with the first goal in this one. The Sled Dogs up from number 18. At 1:55 of the first period. Now, moving in is to the blue line of the Sled Dogs. Now the assistant captain for them out there. That one was corralling at Scott Stever, and he sends it over the wing to Bradley Dykstra. Dykstra moves into the attacking zone, but he's cut off the puck quickly there by a Sled Dog, and they'll move it back out to center now. Going back to retrieve it there was Jeremy Sano. Sano has to corral this at his own half wall, and he'll tag up with his D partner, James Sano. The brothers playing out here. This one Now tied up at the far side blue line. There, it's met up there with a Sled Dog player who will handle this at the blue line, trying to get over the attacking zone. Has to wait, however, to avoid the offside from his defender. Sends one on net, and that one was saved by Taggart after Rico Vitale sent it all the way to the crease. This one taken behind the net by Sano. He'll wrap this one around the boards. Met up there for Cedric Blackwell, and he'll hold this one. Now to the low circle. Turnover here for the Sled Dogs. Shot. They score! Bob Morris gets on the net from the bottom of the right circle. Sends that one top corner. And just like that, just 3 1/4 into this first period, the Sled Dogs take a 2-0 lead off of the shot from Bob Morris. So Morris gets on the net, 3:25 into the period. And the Sled Dogs right now feeling it in this one as they, off the jump, are looking to advance to the quarterfinal. And that one against, as I mentioned, the Great Lakes Falcons. Both these teams came into this one 1-1 in tournament play. The Sled Wings came in with a shootout loss earlier to Worcester, and then they had the win against the Chicago Hornets, so they sit 1-1. And then on the Michigan side, they won against the Flyers and lost to the Great Lakes Falcons. So the Sled Dogs looking for a repeat and trying to rematch the Falcons. As lookout, puck's loose in the slot area after the shot attempt there from the goal scorer, number 18. Not listed on my roster, but had to go earlier in this one to get us started off. And it comes all the way back down the length of the ice here in this quarterfinal game here in the Griff's Sled Hockey Classic here. The first tournament to take place in 3 years. The last one came in 2019, but due to the COVID shutdown, the pandemic, and a number of other scheduling issues. As lookout, there's a goal. The Sled Wings answer right there. That's Jeremy Sano getting it in past the goaltender, Rick Lewis, and he answers at 4:24 of the first period. So the Sled Wings answer right back. Jeremy Sano gets them on the board, and this makes it a hockey game now here once again in the first here. The Sled Dogs coming back in this one off Jeremy Sano's goal. So 5:25, Sano with the goal, puts them back within one here after 2 quick goals scored by number 18 and Bob Morris for the Sled Dogs. And coming back here, I'd like to thank a lot of our sponsors here for this event, including Mary Freebed, Myers, Pioneer Construction, as well as Mars Wrigley, Eastbrook Homes, and a plethora of others. Now inside the Sled Dog zone here, or the Sled Wing zone, excuse me. 2 sled names for teams here. Taking it is Vitale. Now Vitale, drop pass there, intended for John Hilla. Didn't get the shot on net. That one rebounded in front, and it just turned aside wide. Now it comes to the far side half wall. 2 players fight after it. The Sled Dogs gain possession to the low slot in the circle. Right in the circle draw. This one sent out of the zone by the Sled Dogs and allows them to get back and reset to their own bench. The Sled Dogs not working with anyone really for a bench, so all these players staying out for the entirety of the game. And meanwhile, the Griffins have, in sled hockey terms, a full bench, 6 players out there, not including a goalie. So 2 cases of assistant play here, but 2 teams in Michigan that are highly touted and proud of their club's efforts. And this one's shaping out to be a good one, folks, in sled hockey. And this one starting us off here, this first quarterfinal here in the Heartland Tier 1 division. These are the top programs of the sled hockey domain in Michigan here. And one of at least 10 teams in this league, including the Hornets, Icebreakers, Thunder, Falcons, Sled Wings, Steel, Sled Dogs, Sled Preds, Flyers, and Wildcats. So these 2 teams, notably 2, were in the top 6 teams for the advancing tournament, as this is the quote-unquote national championship tournament for the sled hockey world. So both these teams have a lot to play for right now, and they're showing it right now. The Sled Dogs, though, on top 2-1 here with 7:27 to go in this first period. Look out, big hit late at the far half wall. Players down, shielding in his face. That one was a rough hit. Might have been called T-boning right there. We're going to wait to assess penalties here. We got a player down on the ice right now for the Sled Dogs. A rough hit at the far half wall. Player in question, we can't see his number just about yet, but he went down very hard, face first into the half wall boards. And it looks like it is number one of the players not listed on our roster, Bob Woody, number 18. Scary hit. Had the first goal of the game to start us out. Still down on the ice. Now gets an official to help him out here. We get this one settled. We'll step aside for just a moment. Sled Dogs on top, 2-1 here in this Heartland quarterfinal. Player down on the ice. Getting back up is good to see him get back up there. Oh, scary hit. The Sled Dogs only working with 5 skaters on the ice, nobody on their bench, so if he has to come out of the game, that would put them shorthanded effectively for the entire game, or for the time being. So he's going to get checked out at his own bench. Hard hit into the far half wall boards. It happened over there with a defending Sled wing player. So we will resume play here for the face-off draw. The Sled Dogs will have to play shorthanded for now as number 18 falls off the ice for the Sled Dogs. Face-off is dropped. We are back underway here, but the Sled Dogs built themselves a little bit of a lead in the first 6.5 minutes. They went on top 2-1 after taking the first 2 goals in the hockey game. Those coming from number 18 who just went off the ice, and then Bob Morris, number 99. So a rough sequence right there for the Sled Dogs. Now have to work shorthanded. It ties up in the near side, half wall inside the Sled wing zone. Looking to capitalize. Shot, they score! Rico Vitale, his 6th goal in his last 3 games, puts the Sled Dogs on top, extending the lead 3-1 with that goal coming there at 6:49 of the first period. So even though the Sled Dogs are shorthanded right now, certainly not showing it as they extend their lead in this one off the stick of Vitale. So Vitale answering for them. Shorthanded here. And a much needed buffer from a Sled wing team that's looking to pounce. And look out, a Sled Dog player lost an edge, and here come the Sled Wings. They had a 2-on-1 chance prematurely there, but getting back to defend was the Sled Dogs, and they were able to clear that one away. Rimmed around the boards. Now it comes back to the blue line inside the Sled Dog zone. Now at center ice, they send it deep into the zone of the Sled Dogs, and this one corrals behind the net. Vitale goes there to pick it up, the most recent goal scorer with the shorthanded group that is the Sled Dogs. Technically on the power play here, but due to that penalty or that injury to number 18, having to play here shorthanded. So this one's tied up at the blue line. Sled Dogs have it kept in their zone, but here they come on the breakout, looking for a 2-on-1 chance. The captain for the Sled Wings taking that one out of the way there. That was Tyler Anderson, and he kept that one from the attack and allows the counter reaction here. The Sled Wings trying to get something going here and answer from that most recent goal. Bradley Dijkstra behind the net, lost it off his right skate. Now this one comes free, or right stick, excuse me. Big collision at the bottom of the left circle, and this one allows the Sled Dogs to catch up to it. They get this one out of the zone, and it'll set up a breakout chance here if they can get to it. They do not. A collision ends up at the blue line nearest to us, and it forces the puck all the way back out to center. Now this one, the Sled Dogs take it. They're starting to bring out the rush. Vitale has it stripped away there from Scott Stever, and Stever will send this one deep into the Sled Dogs zone, where the goaltender has to send this one wide. It'll end up just past the red line, where two players will catch up to it, opposing players from both teams. They tie up at the end boards, falling down on it. Trying to send it clear was number 7, Tim White, or rather John Hilla for the Sled Dogs, and he leaves it there for his defending forward. That's Rico Vitale. So Vitale will take this one up to the wing. At the half wall, it's tied up once again. Sled Wings try to clear it out, and Sled Dogs try to clear it out. They do not. The Wings get a shot on net. It's turned aside there off the near side post, and it allows the Dogs to change their way. Clear attempt, successful from Vitale. It will allow the Wings to clear this one once again the other way. Jeremy Sano sent it deep into the zone, and it'll allow the Wings to catch up to it. Not before a Dog does. Vitale once again on the clear attempt. It'll force it all the way down the ice. The trapezoid, we'll see if it gets there for the icing. It will. So in sled hockey, the instant icing rule is in effect, as in players cannot race back for the puck. Once it is cleared out of the zone, it does not matter. It will be an instant icing. So this one forces it all the way back into the Dogs' zone. And having to take it for them will be John Hilla. A number of players on the Sled Dogs roster not out here for this game, so still shorthanded. Number 18 on the bench trying to stretch out his leg and get back out here to help his team. That is still going to be shorthanded now with that injury. But the Dogs gave themselves a little bit of a lead, up 3-1 in this one early. 4:15 to go in the first period. Here's now into the blue line area comes Vitale. Has it taken away from Dykstra off the skate of his teammate. And this one's corralled at the bottom of the circle. Behind the net, Vitale chases in after it. He'll play it with his right skate or stick, and he'll send this one off the near side corner boards. It rims all the way under Jeremy Sano, and Sano will send this one back to the circle, but it allows the Dogs to come out. Get it back to the center ice. They'll tag up for the teamwork here. Sending it into the zone was John Hilla. Hilla didn't catch up to it, left it there at the point, and allows the Wings to catch up to it. Vitale skates in after James Sano. Sano to the half wall. Dykstra roughs Hilla off the boards. It allows a 2-on-1 chance for the Wings here. Here comes up the wing, number 57, Cedric Blackwell. Blackwell will send a long shot on deep to the stick side of the goaltender, Lewis, and he makes the easy save. The Dogs being pressured hard by the Wings. Here's a shot on net, and the glove save there from Lewis to evade the shot attempt from James Sano. So the face-off will come inside that left circle once again to the Dogs' end. 2:56 to go in this first period of play. Right now, they have a 3-1 lead after a goal scored from number 18 off the ice, number 9, Bob Morris, and number 3, Rico Vitale. For the Wings, number 3, Jeremy Sano. So a plethora of scoring in this first period. We're winding down here in the final minutes of this one in the first frame. Look out, breakaway chance here. Sled Dogs got it from the blue line, and moving in for the shot attempt, it's Morris. He'll look to shoot it, scores! Goes bar down, Bob Morris. Puts the Dogs up to a 3-goal advantage, 4-1. An excellent shot on the goaltender, Taggart, and gives the Dogs shorthanded the extended lead in this one. So playing a man down in this one, they don't seem to mind, and it's a 4-1 game in favor of the Sled Dogs. A great goal, Morris, his second of the night, coming at 9:28 of the first period. So the Wings now need an answer here. In the 5-on-5 with a full bench, not seeming to take advantage of it as the Dogs control a lot of the puck possession here. Here's Morris sending it up the wing there for Vitale. He missed on the initial pass and has to catch up to it at the half wall. A collision there, met up with a defender. That was, I believe, Jeremy Sano, and Morris will send this the length of the ice into the wing zone. So going back to retrieve it now is Tyler Anderson, keeping the Wings out of the attacking zone. It's important for the Dogs, especially being tired, trying not to play into the favor of the Wings, who want to take advantage of that shorthanded, that, I guess, all-you-can-eat power play from the injury to number 18, who's still walking gingerly on the Dogs' bench. So we'll see if the Wings can answer. Susie Clutton takes it, sends it back out to center, and it allows an almost breakout chance for Kyle Plowen, who has to catch up to it. It's now a 2-on-2 into the attacking zone. Come the Wings. Trying to take him off the edge was Bob Morris, and Morris coming back on the play knocks his man down and sends this puck into the the Wings bench. The Wings with similar jerseys to the Grand Rapids Griffins, but here comes Vitale. Vitale looking for a second of the night. Nice defensive stand, knocked off the puck by Tyler Anderson, and he'll corral this one behind his own net. He'll skip this one over the blue line, and a breakaway chance here. Just missed off the blade of Scott Stever, who had his man wide open and would have had one to beat. But nonetheless, they get it into the Dogs zone once again. 44 seconds to play in the first period here. Sled Dogs on top, 4-1, after a string of goals with two consecutive goals in between the Wings goal. So scored the first 2 goals, and they scored the last 2 goals. As this one comes all the way back for the instant icing, 30 seconds to play. It'll be in the right circle of the Dog zone. The 2 Michigan teams came into this game 1-1 apiece in this tournament after the Dogs suffered a loss to the Great Lakes Falcons, but won against the Flyers. So they find themselves in this quarterfinal against the Sled Wings. It'll be Scott Stever to take the draw for the Wings. He'll be against Vitale. Vitale won it, got it back to the red line, and that one sends it deep into the blue line area and all the way back down. So we're going to have another icing once again, and it'll come back all the way for another face-off draw. 19 or 20 to play in this period between these two. The Wings looking to get a face-off win. Maybe set something up to the low slot area. A lot of times you see guys like the Dogs really have been doing is getting close enough where they can lift this puck over the head of the goaltender. But so far in this one, and a big hole, down by 3 goals. They won the draw. Here's Anderson. Anderson will shoot it on net and sent that one wide on the stick side. Now into the corner, catching up with it is John Hilla. And Hilla will hold this puck just to allow the period to end. He'll defend off the streaking forward Susie Clutting, and that'll do it for the first period here. As we will continue on play in just a moment as these teams get a fresh set of bodies and a fresh drink of water here to end the period. Right now, it's all Sled Dogs here on top by 3, and a 4-1 advantage in this Heartland 1 quarterfinal. Stay with us. You're watching this Great Lake 2022 Griff Sled Hockey Classic here on the Sled Wings Radio Network. Oh, a lot easier to call. A lot easier. It's, you know what I mean? Dogs, who was injured earlier in the period after a collision in the Wings zone, gets back on the ice getting his stuff on, so it'll allow the Dogs to go back to 5-on-5, but they really haven't needed it. They scored 2 consecutive goals while shorthanded, and those coming from Vitale and Morris, so it really hasn't affected the Dogs too much in this one, but right now trying to hold the lead on the struggling Grand Rapids Sled Wings, who find themselves in a 3-goal deficit to resume play in the second period. 14 minutes on the clock. From right to left, the Grand Rapids Sled Wings in their red, black, and white trim, sort of circa 2017 Ottawa Senators style. And the Sled Dogs in their circa 2012 USA hockey trim. That's about the best way I can put it for you folks, but nice jerseys nonetheless for both sides. And when you look good, you play good. So that's the case at least for the Sled Dogs right now. We resume play. Face-off is won. Almost a breakout chance there for the Sled Dogs as Bob Morris came in for the move, the assistant captain for them. But it was knocked off the stick blade of Jeremy Sano, moving in well to defend that one. Unofficial shot totals in that period were 6-4 in favor of the Sled Wings. And if you can count on your hand what I mean by those 4 shots from the Dogs, those are all 4 goals that were on net. So the goaltender Taggart having a tough time making saves tonight unofficially, but still a lot of time to play in this one. So we'll see if the Sled Wings can make themselves a comeback here, as there was a shot on net. Look out, that was dangerous there for Sano. Sent that one, and the blocker save was made by the Sled Dogs goaltender, Rick Lewis. And now the Sled Wings find themselves in an attacking scenario here. That one went off the stick blade of Lewis as he sent that one over the crossbar. And now the Wings look to get this one back to a 2-goal deficit. This one went off the front post of Cedric Blackwell's sled. He meets up there at the blue line with number 18. Coming back out, Wings have to reset in the neutral zone. Moving around is James Sano. Jeremy and James Sano, the related brothers, moving with the puck. This one sent the length of the ice by Vitale for the clear. And with 12:22, the Sled Wings have to reset in their own zone. Back to 5-on-5. Here's Sano. He'll move it to the half wall. Defended off by 2 attacking Sled Dog players. And number 18 will send this one to the slot area where it's met up easily there by a Sled Wing. Send this one back out to the zone. A race for the puck as it comes all the way down to the goaltender. It's not going to be an icing. Here comes Blackwell for the shot. Sending the save in there. Diving the body there was Lewis. And a great save. His third already of the period. 2.5 gone in this one so far. 11:48 to play in this second. Great save so far. Lewis keeping this at a 3-goal deficit for the Wings. And allows the Dogs to come back in transition. Here is John Hilla. Moving over the blue line to the left circle. Tries the deep. James Sano falls down, and they both fight for it right there as they sit. 18 gets it back at the blue line. He'll skate with it to the high slot. Back down low. They're intercepted, and it comes back free to him. 18 gets it back, though, and he'll send this one wide on the glove side. It bounces off the back side of the goal. And Vitale comes in there to move with it. He'll send this one up top for Morris. Morris has 2 goals tonight, the assistant captain, and he'll move in for this one. Now up top for Blackwell. Blackwell intercepts Vitale's attempted handle. Morris comes in to whack away at it. It comes free to the high slot. Here's 18 back on the ice off the injury to the corner. Intercepted there by Blackwell, and he'll play this off his blade and behind the net play it. It's my partner on the camera, Liam Lynch, puts on the headset. I was expecting you to say something, Liam, to be honest, but give your analysis, eh? No. There's not much to say, honestly. I mean, it's pretty obvious. Sled Dogs right now having their way with the Wings. But nonetheless, it comes the length of the ice. 18 has to catch up within his own zone. Streaking there to come off the ice is Blackwell for the change. And it will force them to reset with it. Through center. Stretch pass intended for nobody. Jeremy Sano picks it back up with his deep partner, the other Sano. And they'll send this one off the end boards. And it'll come back to the Sled Dog zone. Will it be an icing? No. It does not get to the red line. So John Hilla has to pick it up himself and skate up through with it. He'll send this one over the blue line. Long stretch pass there intended for Vitale. He's going to catch up to it there, but he's got Sano on his hip, battling with it. Sano cuts off the angle, and a nice job sending him to the corner there, and he'll have to fight for it now once again. Vitale gets help now. He'll send it back up top for 18. Back to the slot area. And intended that pass over there for Damon Donovan. And Donovan just couldn't find it on his back to corral it. 9:29 to play in this second period. Sled Dogs on top, 4-1. After a quick string of back-to-back duo goals, scoring the first two and then the last two. In between there was a Sled wing goal from Jeremy Sano early in the first period. So 5-on-5, 5-on-4. The Sled Dogs have done it all. Here come the Wings on the attack. Over the blue line. Intercepted there. Now Donovan takes it up there. Cut off there by James Sano. He'll bank this one into his own bench. And the Sled Wings not allowed to play it. We'll leave it there. Comes back free to the Dogs player. He'll send this one over the blue line again. And both the Sanos have to go back to retreat again. So really the Dogs playing some more defensive style here. And you can maybe call it offensive defense. Playing inside the Wings zone and preventing them from setting up an attack. Now here's 18 looking for a second of the night. Fenn on the shot attempt. And that one got blocked in front. It comes free now to the circle. The Wings trying to get out of their own zones. Getting up gingerly with it off the end. Sano sends it. It's intercepted there. Streaking in to help him out was Scott Stever. Stever knocks the man off the puck and had to dump it back into the corner. So James Sano will take it over there. 8:08 to play in this second period. No score so far in the last 6 minutes. All 5 goals in this hockey game came in the first period. Here's the Dogs. Over to Vitella. He'll send it up to 18. To the high slot. Blocked in front. Scott Stever takes it away and he'll send this one length to the ice. It might go to the goaltender, so it will not be an icing. And he has to fan this one all the way to the blue line where it catches up there with Vitelli. Falls over himself prematurely there. And it's met up with a Sled wing at the far side corner. The near side corner. That's Scott Stever. He'll leave it there for James Sano. Sano picks it up. He'll move to the logo. Drop pass there for the captain of the Sled Wings team, Tyler Anderson. Over the blue line. Intercepted there. And the clear attempt allows the Dogs to relay off the pressure. Now here's Morris. Over to Vitali. He'll send it over the blue line now. Shot attempt on net. Easily wide. And that one will come now to the far side half wall. Dijkstra catches up with it. He'll leave it there under his sled. Intercepted by Vitali. He'll leave it there for Morris. Both of those players have goals in this one. 3 of the 5 goals in this game. Off the non-existent Sled Dogs bench. It'll come all the way back for the icing, and we'll get a stop here with 6:45 to play in this second period. We'd like to thank the sponsors of the 2022 Sled Hockey Classic, Pioneer Construction, Fifth Third Bank, Lake Michigan Credit Union, Rehab and Mobility Systems, as well as the West Michigan Sports Commission and Spartan Medical Supply, among others. 6:45 to play in the second. Sled Dogs on top, 4-1. The Wings, the winner of this game, goes on to the conference semifinal to take on the Great Lakes Falcons in that one. Both these teams split a win and a loss in their tournament play so far today. And notably, the Sled Dogs, if they can hold on for a victory here, will could be looking at a rematch with the Falcons. But if not, it'll be the Wings advancing to the semis. So somewhat a lot on the line here tonight. We'll have a couple more Heartland games for you coming up here later today. Reagan Cleves will have the call on a number of Heartland games. Great Lakes plays once again along with Worcester, among other teams. I believe the Sled Preds as well play one more game today. So if you're looking at the Heartland tier, there's a lot of action still coming up today. The juniors just finished up all their play today, including games for the junior New York Rangers, not to mention the Cincinnati Icebreakers, as well as the junior Sled Wings and the New York Rangers. That one's coming up after this one on the on this Eastern scheduled right after this game. You can catch that call with nobody, as we will not have a coverage of that game, but afterwards it'll be the Turnstone Flyers and the Chicago Hornets playing in Tier 1. Reagan Cleves will have that one. Liam Lanes will be on the sticks and the camera. And then immediately following that game, to finish off the night, will be the Great Lake Cleves. Doing a great job this weekend handling all of the volunteer work, handling the broadcast for you all here on this stream. We apologize if you are listening in and experiencing a video delay and or stuttering video, as Patterson Ice Center has a tendency to have a sketchy bandwidth at times. Circa ACHA tournament last year, if you folks know that league. But nonetheless, we are here for this quarterfinal game, and we hope you've enjoyed the Griff Sled Hockey Classic here. The first one in 3 years. The Griff Sled Hockey Classic canceled a couple of times due to COVID restrictions and the postponement of travel. So it's good to see all the teams gather for this one. This being the final really tournament of a couple this season for these sled hockey teams. And we did have the junior novice division as well in action along with the juniors earlier today. So the young kids of the sled hockey ranks getting their opportunity to play here and gain that valuable ice time and experience. So all around a great event for not only a great cause with great sponsors and great fans and family, but also for a great purpose and furthering advancing the game of hockey, no matter the circumstance or physical disability. So advancing the game is both of these teams, and advancing in this one into the third frame. 4:27 to play in the second. Sled Dogs still on top, 4-1 in this one. The Wings really got down early on the Dogs as they got 2 quick goals to start out the game in the first 4 minutes. The Wings answered off of Jeremy Sano's goal, but afterwards it was Rico Vitale and Bob Morris answering just 4 minutes later each in that span. So it's really just been all Sled Dogs from that point on, but right now a little bit of a stalemate going on. Both teams kind of getting time in each of their zones. Right now it's in the Sled Dogs zone as the Wings look to attack behind the net. Getting back up top to retrieve it was Cedric Blackwell, and he'll lead this one back down low. Bob Morris takes this one over at the left circle. He'll clear this one out of the zone, looking for the stretch pass for Vitale. Catching up to the puck there. It'll just about reach the red line. It will not go for the icing, but Vitale catches up and he gets slammed hard into the boards there by Tyler Anderson, the captain for the Wings. Anderson trying to clear the length of the zone here. He does successfully after Morris tried to keep it in. And getting back to retrieve it there was John Hillop. And he'll send this one back into the Wings zone, and they have to retrieve it there. Back and forth play from these squads. Most of the possession has been in the Wing zone, however, as the Dogs continue to pressure, and that one was sent on net onto Taggart, and he made the diving stop there with the glove on the near side post. Now this one, long stretch pass and missed on it, but Blackwell's got a breakaway chance here. Here's Cedric Blackwell to the low slot, shoots, he scores! Bar down, Cedric Blackwell gets the Wings back within 2 here at 9:25 of this second period. A beautiful breakaway chance there, taking the feed in front of